can play World Cups, you can play Test Series, but nothing compares to the Ashes. It's the oldest rivalry in cricket. I think the first Test match was played between England and Australia. And you watch it as a kid and you think you're never going to be involved in it. And when you do, it's just the most special occasion. And having been in two sides which have won it, it's been amazing. Playing for England, you're always really underdog. And you'd always say, we're just going to compete, we're going to see how we go. And we've never been good at being front runners. We've never been good at being the favourites. And we've always folded under the pressure of that. And this time round, Australia, there's no pressure on them. No one's expecting them to do anything, so they can just go out and play. And all the pressure's on England. They're going to have to react well to the pressure of being favourites. It's something, you know, building up to 2005, we beat everyone in the world, but we were underdogs in most of them Test matches, and definitely in 2005. And then when we had the mantle going forward of being the best in the world, we couldn't carry it off. And I don't think it's just cricket, I think it's every English sport. I don't know if it's something about the English makeup or the way we behave as people. I think that's the one thing they're going to have to contend with most. And I'm sure as a side they'll discuss it, they'll talk about it. I think they should just enjoy it. You know, we're always a bit, don't say this, don't say that. I think we should just go out there and say, yeah, we're better than them, we're going to beat them. Put some pressure on yourselves as well. It was the first time, I think, an England side going into a series would have ever said anything like that. Great player, great bloke as well, and could do things with the bat which not many could. And I think you see the respect that the Australian cricket team have for him. He's gone in there, he's fronted up to the press, he's told them they're going to play aggressively, and in the practice match that's exactly what they've done. So I think, everyone was saying Australia have got no chance. I think Darren Lehmann will be thinking very differently, and I think the Australian team are starting to believe it now as well. You look at the batting lineup, you've got Clark, who's the captain, fine player, scored a lot of runs over a period of time. Shane Watson, who's going to open the batting, fine player, got 100 in the warm-up game, going into the Test Series in a bit of form. So I think the two batters are the standout ones. From the bowling, Siddle, probably the most experienced bowler. And then the one I think is going to do well is Stark, big left armour, a lot of pace. He's going to challenge the stumps and also as well going across the bat, challenging the batsman's edge. So I think Stark could be up there as well with the ball. It's going to be hard to look past Anderson. You know, the cricket ball they'll play with the Dukes, which swings more than a kookaburra, which they use in Australia. So that's in his favour. They're starting at Trent Bridge, so you'd think Jimmy, with his record there, is going to get off to a good start. I don't know for what reason, but the ball swings at Trent Bridge and it plays into Jimmy's hands. And I think as well as a bowler going into a series, there's less pressure. You can just go in there and bowl. It's up to the batters to set the tone. And the Australians is like a new opening pair, so Jimmy will be eyeing that up. The other one, though, I think he's going to do well, is Stuart Broad. You know, he's had a lean patch in recent times, but I think he's coming into a bit of form coming into this series. And he can swing it as well. Starting at his home ground, which he knows inside out. So although Jimmy will be the favourite, I think Stuart won't be far behind or even just in front of him. Yeah, Kevin Peterson, you look at him, you think, yes. However, Kevin, sometimes it's not just the weight of runs he scores, it's when he scores them and how he scores them. And you can change a game. I'd go with the captain for top run scorer. Alistair Cook, he's going to be captain, he wants to lead from the front, he'll want to set the example, he'll want to set the tone at the top of the innings. He scored 20-odd hundreds for England already, and he'll be wanting to add to that. So I think top run scorer for England will be Cook, with Peterson not far behind, having faced a lot less balls. I can't see 5-0. You know, it takes a special captain to send a side down 5-0, I don't know. But yeah, I think the weather will play a part at some point. Everyone's banging on about Old Trafford, it always rains there, which is nonsense. But I see England winning 3-1. I see England starting well, going into the last Test match having won the series, and almost like roles reverse when England in the 80s and 90s would win the last Test match in a dead rubber. I could see Australia doing that at the Oval with a series already gone. Man of the series for the Ashes. It's a tough one. It'll be English. And if you're going to go batsman, Peterson, he will change a test match at some point. He'll go in there like he did 2005, like he did in Australia last time, scored a big double 100. He will influence a couple of test matches and almost win them on his own. But on the flip side of that, I think Jimmy Anderson will with the ball. So I think you're looking at one of two of them.
Download the app or visit centrebet.com and sign up now.